video begins, I would like to put a quick disclaimer. The opinions stated in this video are that of my own. Please don't allow my opinion to influence any changes to your own. Anyways, enjoy the video. As we all know, within the Yu-Gi-Oh series, every time we always see an episode, there is always a opening and ending, whilst also sometimes within major moments or major episodes, there are moments where we don't actually see an opening, but we also see an ending. So today I figured I'd use this video to actually give my personal ranking of all the openings and endings of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush after seeing it for the first, after finishing seeing it for the first time. So, of course, like I said in the disclaimer, this is just purely my own personal opinion. Please do not allow my opinion to influence any changes to yours. Yeah, we are all entitled to our own opinions at the end of the day. So, just wanted to put that out there as well. But anyways, what else? If you are interested, feel free to let me know in the comments how you feel about all the openings and endings of Go Rush. And also, if you feel like you want to, feel free to comment how you feel like I did with this. And also, if you got any feedback for any possible Go Rush content you'd want to see and anything so forth, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll take the time to read through some feedback and see what you all have to say. But anyways, there are 3 openings to Go Rush and 5 endings. So, uh, yeah, we'll go ahead and do the openings first, and then we will start on the endings after that. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Taking the number 3 spot on this list for me is actually Soul Galaxy. And the main reason for it is because I do like the visuals and the song because of how unique it is. It's just the one issue I feel like I have with it in a sense is I feel like whilst the song definitely does feel unique, it's just I feel like the intensity of the song itself kind of just feels a bit out of balance in a sense because I feel like with the way the song should have been, it should have kept the same energetic type vibe the whole way through because it feels like the start of it just feels normal and then it starts to build up in a sense. And I feel like the song would have felt a bit better if it had the same kind of intensity the whole way through. It's like if they made it just feel normal whilst of course maintaining the same energetic feel it had at the same time. But I still like the Soul Galaxy as an opening for what it is and how it was. Like I'll never hate it. It's just I feel like they maybe could have hit the same tempo throughout the entirety of the song. But I don't mind it. It is nice still, regardless. So that's why I have Soul Galaxy at number 3. So taking the number 2 spot in regards to the openings for me is actually Let's Duel. And the main reason why I have this opening at number 2 compared to potentially number 3 is the fact that I like how well they contrasted the visuals and the song to really match the plot. Whilst I do like the visuals for what they were in regards to their unique rights, it's just I like how well the song really goes in regards to the plot of the season itself, especially obviously with how it started and how it continued to be. Because from what I've noticed, obviously the season starts to feel a bit more casual whilst having a serious side, but then obviously as we continued later on, the plot got more and more serious as it went on. So I like how well they tried to match it with the opening, in a sense. It's just for me, the song definitely keeps up a good amount of intensity, and I do like it for what it is. And don't get me wrong, I do like the visuals. The visuals are really good because of how well most portions of season 3 was actually animated. So I ain't gonna complain about that. But yeah, that's why I have Let's Duel number 2. Although I'm not sure if I will be honest, it most likely would have won. It's like I said, I like every opening all the same, but this is my have Let's Do It number 2. And of course, taking the number 1 spot for me in the openings list is of course Shinkiro. Honestly, when I first heard this opening, when I was watching through Go Rush for the first time, I really actually liked how well they made the idea of the song resonate with the visuals. Honestly, I like the idea they went with the song. They kind of went with a like a rock slash I guess hip hop kind of theme. Feel free to let me know in the comments how that was really supposed to be. But regardless, I really do like it mainly purely because of the song. The song really resonates well with how season one was supposed to be in a sense. The more like calming sides of it anyway. And yeah, that's the main reason why I have Shinkiro number one. But I will be honest, the visuals are amazing as well. Whilst I do feel like the fact that obviously the song is the more like outstanding part of the opening itself, because the song was really well done. Like I said, I still like the visuals for what it was because it feels like the visuals were really well animated, honestly. But it's like I said, the song really outstands, really like stands out more than the visuals. But I do like the visuals all the same. That's why Shinkuro at number one. Alright, so now that I've ranked all of the openings all at once, it is now time to rank all of the endings. There are obviously five for Go Rush, so this bit might drag out a bit more. So taking the number five spot in regards to the endings for me is actually Cosmos. And the main reason for it is because I feel like they could have done a bit more with the visuals for the ending itself, to be honest. But I still like the idea with what they went with in regards to the visuals itself. They tried to basically like show like like how things were after Udius returned to Earth after the events of season one, and that idea is nice in its own right. It's just I'm surprised there is a lot that they could have. I'm surprised there is most. I imagine there is something else they could have done with the visuals in regards to it, but I don't mind it for what it is anyway. And another thing is, I do like the song and how they done it. It's just I kind of wish they gave it a bit more. I kind of wish they gave the song a bit more oomph in. I guess like they could have made it sound a bit brighter, whilst keeping the same contrast they went with originally. But one thing I do like with this ending is actually the touch at the end, like you see on the screen. I do like how well they did that. So yeah, that's why I actually have Cosmos at number five. So taking the number four spot in regards to the endings list for me is actually One Way. And the main reason for it is because I like the idea they went with in regards to the visuals and the song. They really tried to make it suit how well early season one was done, because as we all know, like early season one of Go Rush was obviously like Yuama and Yuhi meet Udius for the first time, and then like how they tried to in a sense help Udius adapt to Rush doors and like explains his whole journey and everything, plus him getting used to life on Earth. I like the idea that they went with in regards to the ending. They went with an interesting like aspect to it and whatnot. Plus, it feels like they kind of giving it like just relaxing everyone vibes, and it feels like a part of it actually kind of feels like the first ending of Arc 5, where they kind of like tried to show like different activities within the ending, like how they did with the first ending of Arc 5, but they kind of gave it a more like energetic style for that, and that's mainly the reason why I have this particular ending at number four. So yeah, One Way is at number four on this list. So taking the number three spot in regards to the endings for me is actually Star Rush. And the main reason for it is because I like how this particular ending synergizes with the timing of its debut, which was actually the timing that we found out like uh, Yuamu's involvement with the layer, well, like the like middle part of like season three. So like the stuff involving the Dark Meister plus the Dark Men and everything. You know what I mean? It was an interesting it was an interesting concept to be honest, and the song really suits how well the ending is. Plus, I do like how they actually made some of the lyrics sync up with Yuama's voice. Plus, another thing I actually do like about this is the fact that they actually just made it an ending that actually involved all of the main female characters of the show. So, Yuamu, Asaka, Rovian, Yuna, you get the idea. It's a really nice it's a really nice take on the actual endings themselves, because normally we don't actually get these kinds of things sometimes, and it's a nice unique style to it. Plus the song just, it's like I said earlier, the song just really goes well with it. So yeah, that's why I have Star Rush at number 3 for the endings on my list. So yeah. So taking the number 2 spot for the endings for me is actually Song of Departure. And the reason for that is because, whilst obviously I do like the idea they went with in regards to the visuals on the song, I feel like the visuals itself kind of describes how Udius's path has been throughout the show, you know, because I like how it basically just has him walking through the sunset whilst also like all the people he's met and like whatnot going through like past him, like whether it's like next to him or like another way. You know what I mean? It kind of describes how like, you know what I mean, just it just describes his idea of like a path, I guess. But I just really like how well it's actually done and everything. Like the song is really nice. It goes in with like, it goes a nice like start. Oh, the start of it goes with a nice guitar beat, and then it starts to pick back up and everything. But the part of it that hits me the most is the ending bit, because whilst it obviously just has Udius like staring at the screen, it's the song itself at the end that really hits to me anyway. It's a nice part. Like it gives off a nice vibe to it. Plus the final bit with Udius, Yuamu, and Yuhi just sleeping in the like a forest style thing was a really nice touch at the end for me. It was just really nice in my opinion. So that's why I have Song of Departure at number 2. So obviously taking the number 1 spot in regards to the endings for me is of course the final ending of the show, which is called It Won't Be Goodbye. Now, for me, obviously, the reason why I have this at number 1 is because whilst the visuals are really nice, like it shows like a nice like big trip down memory lane in a sense. Like it gives that vibe to the background at the beginning, and but obviously, of course, you know, it just describes how like how it's all been with the show. But another the big part of it for me that gives this ending this spot for me is the song itself. The song is really, really well done. They really tried to encapsulate how how it should have like really synced up with the plot for like near the end of season 3 and whatnot, and they really did it well with this ending. It's perfect. That's a nice touch. I liked that they actually showed like Udius interacting with like all of his friends at the end as well. It's a really nice touch, but obviously the final bit I like was Udius standing with Kwaido and Suijo staring at Yuhi and Yuamu. It gives off like the big hint as to what was going to come at the end of the season, and it was just a nice ending overall. So that's why It Will Be Goodbye isn't my number 1 spot. Well, there you go. That's my ranking of all of the openings and endings of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're interested, feel free to let me know in the comments how you felt about my rankings. Also feel free to let me know in the comments on other Go Rush videos you'd like to see. If you're interested in showing some support, feel free to hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button would help out too. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, take care.